Oh, Lordy, merciful Father. Merciful Father. Hey, y'all. Hey, how are y'all doing today? Oh, it must. I hate when, y'all, literally. So I have a thing that says delivery. And this is just random because this ain't have nothing to do with the live. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Tiffany. And the UPS, FedEx, DHL, they never put it where I tell them to put it. It literally says delivery here. And they still put it wherever they want to put it. Don't be annoying. Hey, Aki. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Mona. Good afternoon, you guys. Good afternoon. I am coming with a quick public service announcement, y'all. And when y'all know, hey, Keisha girl, thank you so much. Auntie Donna for the stars. Hey, Cassie. Hey, Tiffany. My day is going okay. Could be better. Could be worse. But I'm just in the middle of the road. I'm in the middle of the road because just a couple different things going on. Several different things going on at one time. The first thing that is going on is, of course, the closer we get to my cousin's funeral, a lot of y'all may or may not know that my cousin, on my dad's side of the family, my cousin, who's 26 years old, 27 years old, she passed away. It's been almost a week ago. And so, losing a child, is I can only imagine what my aunt is going through. And so, seeing my dad's mom, my grandmother, seeing her just out of her mind. We had a balloon release ceremony. I guess if that's what you want to call it, a ceremony, in memory of her and her mom, her dad, y'all, her siblings, my grandma. Like it's just been so sad. And for some odd reason, like it's her death has really been on my mind a lot. And it's just been so crazy. But the funeral is on Saturday. And so, we have that going on. And then, mom life is just momming. Child, honey, I don't know. Honey, I'm trying to tell y'all right now, I have literally have stopped doing any type of, I just told somebody this the other day, I kid you not, probably about a week ago. Like, I have started to decide to shift my caseload around a little bit. I am only going to be taking clients that have history with sexual disorders, history with grief, because right now I can't be a therapist to parents trying to parent their children when I'm going through with my own kids right now. Sometimes you just have to take a break and reevaluate. And as a therapist, we're no different. Child motherhood at this point in time is turning me every which way but loose. And when I tell y'all, it's so many different things piled on top of it. Like you're going through menopause. Not you, me. So menopause in itself, perimenopause in itself has a lot of stuff going on. You got the brain fog, you got the patients really thin, very low. You got the hot flashes, the night sweats, and you're trying to contend with that. And then you have all the things that goes on with that. On top of that, you have a medical condition that's incurable. Hopefully in the future we will have a cure for lupus, but right now we don't. That's adding extra extra brain fog, on top of your body hurting, your joint pain, you know, all the things that you have, that people have going on with that. And you know, things that come and go with that. Then on top of that, you got grief that just continues to pile on. My grandma, my pastor of 12 years, and then now my cousin, and I'm like, Lord, please, we can't do too much, you know. You know, on top of all that, and then you got mom life that right now you know, I'm in the thick of it. I'm trying to figure out as a parent, like, what's my course of action at this time, because let me tell y'all something. How I used to be able to respond to certain things, I can't. I literally cannot anymore, because not only am I getting older, but so are my children. And so the expectation is totally different. You know, the expectation when a child is 2 is not going to be the same expectation you have for that child when that child is 22, or when that child is 10, or when that child is 17. You know, these kids nowadays feel like they can play in your face. They feel like they can play in your face. They feel like they have no regard for anything. You can be as gentle as you want to be. You know, you can be as understanding and you know, and that's just, to me, sometimes it's generational, you know, because I'm sure that millennials, we put our parents through a whole bunch of unnecessary crap too, you know. I know that Gen Xers put their parents through, boomers put their parents through. So, you know, it's just the time. So I'm reevaluating my own parenting, and, you know, how I need to parent my children during this time. So I said, baby, I can't, you know, parents of children is calling me, because, baby, we both gonna be sitting in therapy rolling our eyes at your child. So one thing that I do as a therapist, I remove myself, not from long-term clients, but I remove myself from taking on any additional clients, especially if I feel like I'm not going to be of any assistance, or I would do more harm than good, you know, with my clients. And so I was like, baby, I'm gonna tell you, I'm finna go ahead and transition you on up out of here, baby, because I'll be in therapy looking at your kid like I'm their mama too. I'll be sitting there looking like. But the one thing that I will say with all of this going on is having a village. You know, having a village is very important. You know, and having a traditional village. Don't miss that traditional part. Okay. Thank you, Ron. I appreciate your entire ministry. Don't miss that traditional part, because I feel like my parents are like traditional grandparents, even though they're not, you know, older grandparents or whatever. Princess, you okay? Princess and I feeling good, y'all. I don't know what's going on. I made an appointment with the vet, but they can't see until tomorrow morning. My dog got stuff going on. My grown adult children. Child's already had to go today to the doctor's, you know. Then she was diagnosed with something, and we just found out she had something going on. And now that, you know, that piles on to a parent too. And I'm like what? Oh, Lord. And then when you have adult children, and then you find out something that's going on with your adult children that started when they were children, like, it makes it even worse, you know. Like, and the doctor was like, no, like, you can't. And I was like, but I'm a mama. Like, I should have, like, how in the heck did we, you know, like, what? I was like in there, like, you know, and I didn't want to take over her doctor's appointment. So I was trying to, you know, sit back, but, you know, she wanted me to be there. And she keep looking at me. And I'm like, this is your doctor's appointment. This is your doctor's appointment. And so, you know, and hopefully now that we know what's going on, we can, kind of move forward, because for a minute we didn't know. So now that we have a diagnosis and we know what's going on, then now, we know better. Now we can do better. And so, yes. What do you do when you don't have a village? Create one. I know that's right. Yeah. You got to create your own village. Hey, Leah. I love that. They're so comfortable. Thank you, Mary. Yes, please keep her in prayer. Honey, because Lord bless it. Lord bless it assurance. So yes, create you a village, honey. Create a village. It's plenty people out there. Plenty people out there. But I came on here to do this public service announcement. Y'all know I don't ever ask y'all to share unless I do a public service announcement. So if y'all would be so kind to share this live so that other people can, but it's not really, too whatever. But I've already talked about this on TikTok, but I wanted to bring it to my Facebook cyber family as well, because it's something. So, one of my clients is currently in the hospital, child, suffering a traumatic brain injury due to sitting in the front seat of the car. Thank you, Lakeisha. Due to sitting in the front seat of the car. And one of them, those little scooters, y'all know them little scooters that be downtown or on college campuses or whatever. Like, baby, I don't even like them things. I hate those little scooters. I don't understand if people can't, if people need to get around and that's their only mode, or, whatever the case may be. But those little scooters be doing too much. Thank you, Jasmine. I appreciate you. And people don't really know how to drive them like that. And so they just doing too much. And so anyway, the mama driving, and one of them people came off the sidewalk, not really knowing how to control that little scooter, and flew right in front of her, and she had to slam on brakes real quick. And as a result of that, even though the child is old enough, he's thin. He went forward, windshield. Yes, those electric scooters. Like, I hate those electric scooters. I hate them so bad. I hate that they ever even put them, because, they really only need to be in like a little small radius, So anyway, they was trying to ask the mom what was he doing at the time, whatever. So she said he was looking down, playing on his phone. Jesus Christ. Well, I got to thinking, and back in the day, before cell phones and DS, all these things, we were like the driver's extra eyeballs. And I'm not saying that your children should be your extra eyes on the road because you're the adult, you have the driver's license. But like even me, if I'm a passenger princess and my husband is driving, or I'm on, I'm looking at my phone. But back in the day, you ain't had no phone. So the only thing you could do was look, help see. Oh, there go the police sitting over there. Oh, they falling asleep. Wake up. But now, people are, in that phone. And so if something happened, you can't even, like, the passenger really can't see what's coming. They can't see what's coming. They have zero visibility of anything that's going on around them because they're on those phones. And so at the end of the day, I'm just cautioning y'all that sometimes when you in that front passenger seat, sometimes you have to be on alert. And if you know that your child ain't going to be able to be on alert, or they can't look and help, then they might need to sit in the back seat. Even if they are old enough, they still might not weigh enough. You might have a 10, 11, 12-year-old child, but, they might be on the thinner side. And they might not weigh enough to be sitting in the front seat. Because, baby, they'll go right over that little, and it's so sad. It's so sad. And, of course, I'm trying to console the mama. I'm trying to tell her, it's okay. But is it? I don't know what's going to transpire with the child. I don't know after the surgery. We don't know what's going to become of the child. We do know that rehab is going to be a part of the child's life going forward. So, you know, we have to just be very vigilant in that front seat. My daughter's almost 15 and she just started sitting in the front seat. You know, I have to even think about my children and see, you know, I'm like, well, Boosie never rides in the front. Boosie's 7 and he still sit in a 5-point. And then, you know, after the car accident last year, I have been so scared to take him out of that car seat. And I hate to be like that. But Boosie is 7 years old and he is 60 pounds. And he's 7. So, you know, he on the, you know, the thinner side. And so, you know, I mean, he still needs to be in the car seat. Now, I don't know if he needs to be in the 5-point and all that, you know. But at the end of the day, I just, for my own comfort, and he don't have a problem with it. Boosie's not ever said, I don't want to sit in this car seat anymore. So I'm going to let him sit in there until he can't sit no more, baby. He'll be 8 years old still. Because Lord have mercy, I can't. I think about that, you know, a few times, like how in that situation, Aiden was in the front seat, you know. Princeton and Majesty were in the back seat, and luckily both of them were in those type of car seats because the police said that because they were in those car seats really helped save their lives, you know. And so, you know, I can't risk it. I can't risk it. And it's even getting to the point now, sometimes I tell Aiden to get in the back seat, you know. And I know he likes to ride in the front. But since the accident, Aiden is like, he still has a little bit of anxiety about it sometimes. And so he watching the road more than me. To the point where I got to tell him to sit his head back. So I, as the driver, can look and see what's going on. Around. You know, whatever. But the child was old enough to sit in the front seat. I don't think the child weighed enough. But even so, if you got to slam on brakes sometimes and that seatbelt don't catch you and jerk you back, because I know my seatbelt would be, as soon as I put it on, it'd be like, I'd be like, dang, honey, my seatbelt be about to give me whiplash. And so, you know, like the head just went, you know. I said, Lord, but not saying that if the child was looking up, it could have been different. I don't know. Maybe the child could have braced themselves. I really don't know. But now, you know, that's another thing that I'll be telling my parents, you know, thank God, Renee, right? That I'll be even telling my parents, and I'll be taking on the notes. Your child sitting in the front seat, every so often, the way that you give them breaks when from their electronics when they're at home, give them breaks when they're on electronics when they're in that front seat of that car too. Because even though you are the driver, you are the, you know, licensed driver, sometimes even seeing stuff beforehand happening can help save somebody, can help save a life, or can help, you know, say, you know, even having that little bit of, you know, if you see the person veering over, but if you looking down on your iPad, your phone, this person over here sleep, and they didn't start veering over, and you still like this, y'all going that way. But as the passenger, you might be, hey, pull over, let me drive, cause bro, you sleepy, you know. Oh, my grandson is 7 and he sits in the back seat in a booster seat. Yeah, I think maybe when Boosie is 9 or 10, we'll move to. When Boosie about 10, he's only 60 pounds, and I'm saying only because is that like a normal weight for a 7-year-old? I don't know. Maybe he should be a little bit plumpier, thicker. I don't know. But he's 60 pounds. And he's 7. And so it's just been so sad. It's just been so sad. I can't even, oh Lord. I just pray a hedge of protection around my children every day. So Nisa said that is a normal weight. Okay, so 60 pounds is a normal weight, because I know it says 8 or 80 for them to be out of a full car seat altogether, right? 80 pounds or 8 years old, and you can put them just in the seat belt. Baby, Boosie gonna be 10 back there in one of them booster seats and be like, now mine. Dropping him off to the 5th grade in the car ride pickup line. You're gonna be jumping out of that car seat, getting out there fast. So, I just, yeah, no, driving anymore back in the day, driving now is just it's a lot. It's a lot. Like you have to really just be like this when you drive. It's so much, and people are crazy. Now you have people pewing up cars, you just driving out of your business. Next thing you know, you got all on in your car. And you just trying to exit off the highway. People so crazy. Road rage is at an all-time high. You can't even say to people, if you cut somebody off, just say you just accidentally cut them off. Now they telling you they trying to get revenge and cut you back off. They don't care if you got your children in the car. People speeding. It don't even matter. Like you do, like now, when you 16, you be ready to jump in that car like that little 8-year-old. Take it for a spin to Target. But the older you get, the more you have peace with being at home. Just peace, be still. I got everything I need in my house. And if I don't, I can call somebody else to drive. Uber Eats, DoorDash, something. I be using all my mirrors because people here can't drive over there. Listen, okay? And I don't even like using the GPS. Not the GPS, the backup cam sometimes. You can't even hardly trust that no more. Honey, I need to look back and see what's going on. No, Amy, listen, me too. I still strong, baby. I'm still, that mom hand that come across you. That mom hand. That mom hand acts like a second seat belt to the passenger. Oh, Lord have mercy. I didn't want to drive, but my mom made me. I never had a love for short distance trip. Listen. And I used to love driving, but now it's just gotten to be too much. Yeah, it's so much. It's so much road rage. So much. Yeah, so they do say that too, that babies aren't supposed to wear like the coats and snow outfits, because it's too bulky for the car seat and all that. And then you think about the many times that I put Zari all in the car with that little, she couldn't even put her arms down, like that kid on a Christmas Story. Just a bad parent, But yeah, the kids, we out here trying to do the best we can. We out here trying to do the best we can, because we finna really, it's 30 degrees outside, and then your toddler turns into Incredible Hulk when you getting ready to put them in the damn car, and you gotta unzip that big ass snowsuit too, and then try to put your toddler in the car without that snowsuit, and they already cutting up. Oh, they just be acting plumb foolish. Whoo, child, they don't straight. They just get stiff. Baby, I'm about to throw you in here with this damn snowsuit on. Bam, get it. And you be trying to click real quick. So no, nobody got time for it, baby. You'll just be all like, only thing you be able to move is your eyeballs. Look from side to side. Oh Lord, because them toddlers ain't, so I know it do say that you shouldn't put your child in the car seat with all those you shouldn't put your child in the car seat, you know, with all that stuff on. But it's like, what? Oh Lord, nope. You can't blink your lights anymore. You know, when people have their lights off, you can't even blink them no more, baby. You drive in the dark. I don't do nothing anymore. I just keep going. You see people on the side of the road, you can't even stop to help anybody anymore. You know, like, right, can't blow the horn. I need to do stand-up comedy. My theory is won't nobody show up, and then I'll be up there mad. Yeah. Y'all done told me to go take my show on the road. So I'm gonna take my show on the road in March. I'm gonna do a stand-up comedy show in March. Me and Winnie Pooh. Nobody gonna be there. Then I'm gonna raise the coaches down and be so mad. I'm gonna shut it down. Thought y'all was gonna be there. You lied. You lied to me. Oh. Mary, don't call me out. Don't call me out like that. And she talking about March of what year? 2020 never. 2020 never. 2020 never. Oh, child. Boosie is feeling better today. Took him to the doctor. You know, I'm like, you know, do he got anything that we need to be worried about? You know, baby, I don't want him to stay home. But if he need to stay home. But she said, no, it's just his allergies. So I said, okay. So, you know, he went to school. And, you know, yeah. Okay, Stephanie. But Boosie, what I'm learning about him now this year is he is the car rider line monitor. What do you mean by the car rider line monitor? They called Jack name, and Jack was over there at the water fountain, and his mama holding up the line. I said, well, that should not concern you. It don't matter. That's Jack and his mama. Then he want the window rolled down so he can holler out to the people after he in the car. Do a flip. Do a flip. Do a flip. I said, shut your damn mouth up. Roll this dang on window up. Ashley, get in the car. I said, okay. How you in your car hollering at somebody else to get in their car? I can't. The safety patrol ain't here today, and I said, well, maybe the safety patrol had an appointment, or they had to leave early, or they out, they sick. They need to get somebody else. You do it. You get somebody else then. Honey, he is the monitor of that car rider pickup line in the afternoons. And in the mornings, he be too tired. He don't care. He's sleepy. He don't even want to go in. In the afternoon, baby, he runs out the school every afternoon like it's the last day of school. Baby, he be on skates coming out of there. And can't wait to jump in the car. Can't even put his thing on, his seatbelt, before he get to talking junk. Ma, roll the window down real quick. Roll the window down real quick. Jackson! Get in the car! Yo mama! And the lady, the traffic lady, the crossing guard. So she been out for like a week. Baby, traffic been haywire. She been out for like a week. So we've been avoiding going to the car rider pickup line, and I'll go park and we walk in like we walkers, or we getting off the bus. because it just be a jam down yonder without that lady. So every day he'll be like, I wonder if she gonna come today. Then gonna be petty. The other day was like, Mom, I wonder if her job like yours. I said, first of all, what the hell do that mean? What you mean is her job like mine? What, taking care of badass children? Yes, because if she have to watch y'all get the walkers across the street, yeah, her job is like, man. He get over there, he talks so much, so bad, y'all. He talks so much. Woo, child. And it's that trying to get the last word for me, him and Maggie. And don't be talking to one of them. Because Maggie, you can't say nothing to Boosie in front of Majesty. Oh, she's gonna get the yapping off at the man. I said, Boosie, the toys in the daycare, he'll go to the daycare and he'll start playing on the kids' toys like you too big for that little 1-year-old choo-choo train thing that they riding on. Your knees up to your neck and you trying to get off that little toy. Get off that. I said, get off the toy. These are for the daycare students, not you. Here go Majesty. And I said, girl, get out of my face. Because who you talking to? You need to tell Boosie. You and Boosie, girl. Girl, they get over there. She said, oh, I'm glad my voice are grown. Listen, that word back, you can go put your book bag in your room and take your lunchbox out, unpack your lunchbox, put the stuff in the sink. I was going to do that. Do it faster. How fast you want me to go? Fast. And be quiet. I can't go that thing. Child, let me tell y'all something. Hopped in there. Please pray for the Gulf of Florida. Yes, we'll do. Oh, no, what's going on down there in the Gulf of Florida? Y'all know I don't watch the news. Lord, do I need to check my watch and see? Lord. Y'all know I try to just drink my water, mind my business, and because right now I can't, I can't look at nothing else. I can't look at nothing negative because I got negative children in my household. Tropical storm, Hurricane Helene. Lord bless it, Jesus. Yes, I would definitely pray for y'all. That is something else. Oh, Lord. Y'all, I'm so sorry I don't never know anything about what's going on in the news because I got a whole bunch of news in my household. I can't. How's Aiden? A teenager. A teenager. Okay. Child, please. Be about this, honey. And you would think that, even that, I feel like that's an age gap. A 7-year age gap is still big to me. It's a great, it's a gap. But why y'all fight more than, it just don't make sense. I just thought that they'll be, you 7, you about to be 14, you finna be, no, and y'all just be doing the most together. Kia said that'll be the response for a while. She said, I'm praying for you. I'm on the other side. Thank God. Listen, y'all, I've never raised a teenage boy. So maybe it's something totally different from a teenage girl. I don't know. But I'm telling you right now, the attitude, I can't, it just really, I can't hardly take it. I can't hardly take it. And the same thing with, when Zari and Carly were teenagers, it was more of like the catty, girly attitude. And, you know, once I say, look, okay, now enough, go on now. Yeah. But then you got that attitude, plus you think you know everything. You think you know everything. You think the world owes you something. And that's the part right there. And I'm like, honey, you gonna see. You know, you hate to, you know, but this is how I look at it. God will take his hands off of you. Because you think you know more than God. And then when you start going through that season where you in a storm and you just get knocked every which way. But the problem is when you in a storm, you're supposed to recognize that you probably most likely caused your own thunderstorm and caused it to rain. So now you're dealing with the consequences. You're going to have to figure out how you can be better after that. You know, God will remove him to take his hands off you for a little while, let you get bloop, 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 and then come back in. And so sometimes as parents, like we know, because you're not finna keep playing with me like that. I always said, mommy isn't mean, but the world can be. Yes. But they really do. They think you're the meanest person in the world. The person that, of course, me and my husband love our children equally. But the people that love them the most, you love your children the most, you're always going to get the brunt of whatever it is. And so, you're always going to be the one to get the brunt of the attitude or the mouthiness or the this, the that. But, okay. Well, baby, if you think you can do it, do it. Let me see how this work out for you. So, same thing with my brothers. Like I used to tell, I used to be wanting my mom and daddy so bad to be, a different type of way with my brothers. Like dang, y'all. But then when I'm older, now that I'm older, I'm like, it's certain things that I would tell my brother. It's certain things that our parents not going to allow. The lifestyle that you live is one thing. They're not telling you how to live your life as an adult. But you can't think that you're going to come over their house and then bring that over there to them. Like you have to know that they love you, but you ain't getting ready to you ain't finna just smoke, drink, and think you finna just cut up in Winnie Pooh and Diddy house. Like you not getting ready to you ain't finna slide with that, Like, no, because they gonna slide you on up out of there real nice, like real Jesus-like, and tell you to go on down the road. Because it's boundaries, it's disrespect. You're not going to be able to get away with disrespect. The older you get, the less your parents gonna deal with your disrespect. So, and me and my brothers talk all the time, especially Derek. Henry's working. Somebody asked me how my brother's doing. Henry's working. He's doing. Derek be off the chain. Derek be off the chain, always needing $20 for a pizza and cash out, child. But then I love them to death. Moms are supposed to be able to read minds, fix all the problems, whether they're aware of the problem or not. Right. And then add on top of that, you're the disciplinarian. And so the person that's the disciplinarian, of course, you go through a phase where your kid can't stand you. Not all children, but, a lot of times you the disciplinarian and you have a child who feels like they can do whatever they want to do. And then they get disciplined and then they feel like you just on their back all the time. And you constantly telling them, better me on your back than the law. Better me on your back than some dirt. And then you want to ease up, but if you ease up, it's going to be some crap. So no, I'm not going to ease up. And I tell them all the time, talk about me in therapy. Talk about me when you older in therapy. No, I'm not going to allow you to just do what you feel like you're big and bad enough to do. Even as a mom, if I want to move out the way and let you in, God ain't told me to do that yet. Because if I did, where would you be, child? Where would you? No. I'm going to let you get a little nod or two. And yes, I was the fun police, and they would rather stab me than look at me sometimes. Oh, I was the fun police, and yes, I'm trying to tell you that. And I'm saying it's on you when you're in that mindset and you get to that point, you know, it's either I always, you know, my daddy used to say this all the time. My mama says it's two ways, jail or hell. Like, why would you want to keep going down a path that you know that's going to lead to jail or is going to lead to hell? So, honey, but I tell my kids, but talk about me in therapy. Hey, let me tell you something. Okay? Get on the internet in 10, 15 years and be like, oh my gosh, my mom used to knock my head between the washer and the dryer. You know how kids will do. Right? I'm going to be on here drinking Dunkin' Donuts. Okay? Because one thing I learned, like with my parents and even parents in therapy that I have, the kids sometimes, you know, a lot of times the parents are blamed. But some children, no matter how much you try and pour into, you're empty. You're still trying. This is your child. You've exhausted all resources and all possibilities. You've done what you can do. You're doing all the right things. I mean, I had a parent who was going over and beyond. I mean, she had bags up under her eyes. She was up 24/7 trying to do this and trying to get this and right now today, son still locked up. Son locked up right now today. Stole a vehicle. Joy rode in the vehicle. Ended up drinking, driving. I think he might have been 12 when he started, up until 16. She was ended up getting into a car accident, and it's 4 people in the car, and 2 of them passed away. Now you in jail. And, you know, and as much as she tried her best. You know, she took the resources that we was giving her. She tried to do all this. But, you know, when they feel like they're emboldened to just do. That was my granddaughter. But when she became, then she saw how life hit. Then now I understand. Yeah, you know, and hopefully, thankfully, she made it to adulthood. Some kids, I see it all the time. Some kids don't, and it's unfortunate. Some kids don't. They don't make it to adulthood because they don't want to. They don't want that. Like my daddy used to say, they don't want to take no telling. Don't want to take no telling. So I used to hate when my parents would discipline me, but I'm so appreciative now. You know, I'm appreciative of, you know, how we got disciplined. And yeah, my parents were spanking parents. Yeah, we got our butt whooped. Yeah, we got spanked. You know, I used to joke with my mom all the time and tell her that she abused us, but that, you know, that I'm joking with my mom. But yeah, I appreciate the grounding. And, you know, now even the butt whoopings, you know, whatever. The lesson was learned. I tell you that. The lesson was learned. So, Andrea said, yeah, got to put you back in the Lord's hand. There you go. Right there. Because the only person that can go further than a parent is the Lord. Something happened to my children in Durham, I can't get there. Baby, I have to send the Lord, like I send the Lord every morning with my children. If my children forget to pray in the morning, and mama done prayed over you. I don't care what we have going on. It's not ever going to be that deep to where I will stop praying for my children. I'm always going to pray for my children, because things that you do in your childhood, sometimes you can redeem yourself. You get, like you said, she got older, and then she started to understand. And then, you know, a lot of times people are, oh, she trying to make it seem like they just this perfect family. I tell people all the time, me and my family are not perfect. People are like, oh, your family, no, don't want my family. Don't want to be like my family. Try to build your own family based on your own foundations. I'm not trying to portray that me and my family are perfect, because nobody's perfect. But what I will never do is tarnish my child's image before they have a chance to tarnish it on their own. They gonna do enough of that when they get 18, 19. You know, they gonna make dumb mistakes as young adults. But I don't want somebody having a preconceived notion, because our platform is too large for me to be on here like, oh yeah, because you know Boosie got 10 suspensions and or 8, and oh, here you go again. He didn't got into 10 fights, and he's been suspended for school. And because at the end of the day, there is this thing called redemption. You know, and you know, kids, I don't put any type of imagery. You know, we're talking about parenting. Everybody done been through the darkest darks of parenting. We done been through the valley low. You know, we don't escape parenthood, because guess what? We've never been parents before. I don't care if you got 20 children. You've never been parents before those 20 kids. we just became parents when we got our children. We didn't know how to parent. And people can say, oh, it's experience. I have 5 kids and I just don't do. You don't do the same thing, because you've learned, and now you're a different parent for each of your children. So what this child might need, you have to do something different for this child. You have to do something for this. So a mother wears so many different hats, and sometimes it can be really exhausting. You know, and people always be like, well, if you don't want them, you shouldn't have had them, and you didn't. Baby, girl, go somewhere with that. Because if your parenting life was that straight and narrow, write a damn book. Give some information to the rest of us. Baby, if you have that much knowledge on how this parenting thing can just be so perfect, and we can just, it'll just flow, and we'll never have a valley day as a parent, write a book. Girl, it will be a bestseller. So I hate when people, oh, you shouldn't have never had them if you wasn't going to. Just because I talk about parenthood don't mean that I don't love my children. It just means that it's 30,000 other parents going through the same thing. Probably at the same time. Okay. So, no. At the end of the day, this is just relatable. But I don't have to tarnish my children's image in the process. I don't have to bring my children down. Because the world is not as forgiving as your parents. You know, the world, when you get your Fortune 500 job in the future, the world gonna pull up that video that your mama made back in 2024 in September and say, what's going on? What do we have here? Your mom said that you were crashing out and you beat up people. I'm 19. What do you? I mean, well, just hey. Book fair money. Book fair money. Boosie, I didn't realize this book was gonna be this thick. Let me see the rest of your stuff.
Okay. They had 2 of the books. I couldn't find the daddy answer though.
Where the rest of my money? Oh, you spend it on another book.
One more, I think.
Now I told you if it was, you didn't have to maximize all the money. You could have saved the coin and let me get some of my money back.
This book is thick.
Boosie, this book is for a college student.
No, it's not.
Boo's getting ready to write a dissertation. He's getting ready to. This book got 337 pages. We won't be done. We read a page. We'll be done in a year. Jesus, we got the
Mom.
puppy pack. See, this is your age appropriate book right here.
How about
An age
this?
appropriate chapter book for you.
How about this?
Okay.
It has
I'm hot now. Jesus Christ. The pumpkin.
120 pages.
Okay, see.
How much? Let's see if that.
This one has 83 pages, but the words are big. Okay.
Let me show them what I got.
Okay, wait a minute, because your school information is on here. You can use this one.
I didn't get anything from the back. I can't find the dead Yan Hunted. It said it's
out on
a
that.
chapter book. But I got Nuggly and the Puppy Place.
The Puppy Place waffles and Nuggly. Nuggly kind of thick. 250 pages.
It doesn't
Good
say what
Lord.
Black Panther is.
Black Panther rules. And you got 100 well, that's the glossary. 119 pages in this.
120.
120.
8. Who AirPods? Who
Well.
AirPods?
Where's your homework?
Who AirPods?
My AirPods. Give me my AirPods.
Dad, I need the whole book. The thing.
This is for him to take back to school.
I already did that.
No, you on day 3.
Open package time.
Oh, day 2.
I just happened to see my mom.
No, this is Zaria's dress. All right, come on.
Oh.
I don't know. This, or do you want to tie your shoes first?
Tie. Not shoes.
It works well in our house. Three I read. Y'all didn't go to the library today?
We did.
So why you ain't take the book back? Why you didn't take? I put the book in your book bag for you to take it back to the library.
I'm gonna do my shoe first.
Yeah. I'm not gonna pile up a whole bunch of library books now. If you don't graduate,
Books?
yeah. If you don't graduate from high school because you didn't turn in a book from 2nd grade, elementary, then quidulate.
What is quidulate?
Quidulate means you just quit. Okay, because I'm not gonna pay for no scholastic book.
You.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do my shoe first.
A good, let's see, a good thick book still do. Yeah, I know, right? That he's ready to become an advanced reader. Gotta love him. And he is ready to be an advanced reader, child. This say 5th grade.
What?
Don't worry about it. You can get ready to become a 5th grade reader on your thing.
Take off.
Yep. All right, that's one time. Very good. Now, I'm gonna show the cyber
I
that
don't
you.
want that guy because the last time it messed me up. I feel like these are too young. see the hole. That was my first time. Right, Mom?
You got one.
2.
You didn't go too early. Close, but no cigar.
No. This I'll have to do that. Am I supposed to go right here?
Nope. Pull that one with that hand, and that one with the go in the front, and pull the other one with the hand behind it. There you go. Almost close, but no cigar.
I can cheat. I'm not a cheat.
You know how to cheat on tying a shoe? Absolutely not.
2. That's 2.
Don't pull that. Yeah, take the knot out.
I made a knife, but I still tied my shoe. Right, Mom? That was 2. Yes, 1.
All right, very good. All right. Where you gotta get your pencil. You gotta get your.